Hi everybody and welcome to Technique Tuesday at Scrap and Stamp. We are going to be making a fun tone-on-tone card today using the Hero Arts Stamp and Cut XL Winter Foliage product. It contains all kinds of dies and a stamp set as well. We're going to be starting off today by stamping our sentiment right in the center of our card. We're going to be using a craft colored cardstock today, and we're going to choose the sentiment "Thinking of You This Christmas." We're going to line that up on the center of our cardstock panel. We're going to pick it up in our mini MISTI. We're going to use our Versamark sticky ink to stamp that down. I always do it twice just to be sure, and 3 times this time. We're going to add our detailed gold embossing powder, just sprinkled across, and then give your cardstock a firm thap. And always remember to put that extra back into the bottle before you go and bring your heat tool to your project. Make sure that your heat tool is nice and warm. Give it a couple of seconds to heat up. This just allows your project to melt down faster, and it also allows for less warping of your project. We're going to be using the holly shaped die cut, and I've cut a whole series of the same die cut shape out. I've just made a pile of them, and then we're going to use our Barely Arts glue. This glue has a fine tip and is great for doing all those detailed gluing jobs that you need done. So make sure that you turn and twist all of your elements so that they're not looking like they're repetitive. You can hang things off, and anything that you trim off can be used in the smaller areas, just like that. You can have things hang off, you can clip them again. And we're going to just cover all of the surface with the same die cuts as our card base. So again, tone on tone look. I'm just using that heavy acrylic block just to hold everything down so that the glue sets. Great tool to have in your craft room for sure. All right, let's give this guy a little trim. And eventually I'm actually going to cut this panel down a little bit because we're going to mat it. But only takes a few moments just to trim off any of those excess layers. And if there are little pieces that flip off, don't worry about it because nobody will ever know that it was originally there on the die cut. Just take your time, and sometimes it's even better to flip your project over and cut from the back side. But you do whatever works for you. So the whole idea with a tone on tone is that basically you're using the shadows to allow for your detail to show. So you could use anything, any kind of shape. You could even use circles or sentiments. Anything will do. All right, so now we have our basic front panel ready to go. We're going to use some gold paint. Make sure to give it a really good stir, or if you have a liquidy metallic paint, you want to give it a good shake first. You want to get those pigments up and into your liquid or dispersed evenly, otherwise it's just going to be water. So a little tap with our brush across our card front, and this just helps pull in the gold in our sentiment and across our card today. So this is really easy. This could be something that you sit down and do in front of the TV, or have your kids or grandkids do all your die cutting for you, whatever kind of is easy for you, but the look is very different. It's something unique. And we're done with our splatter. And I'll give it a quick dry with our heat gun here just to make sure that everything is dry. One of the great tools in our toolbox for sure. And there we go. I think we're all dry now. And this project didn't really take me that long. So we're going to trim down that panel just as I said earlier. I want to put a gold mat around this, again, to bring in the gold on our sentiment. 1, 2, 3 trimmed up, and we're just going to use some for a tape runner and stick it to our gold cardstock. Super clean, super easy. 1, 2, 3, and all it needs to be done now is attached to a card base. And we have our finished card. There we go. Something a little different. It's almost clean and simple because there's little color. You could try it with green cardstock or red cardstock. Give it a whirl. Thanks for joining me today. I hope to see you soon. Bye.